Megan McLovin, coming to your life.
Oh, you know I'm coming.
Megan McLovin, coming to your life.
Am I saying it right?
Bold, and don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
I said people,
Touch your neck.
don't be stupid.
Ooh, I wanna love you long, love you strong.
Love you long, love you strong. Megan McLovin, coming to your life.
I know I'm talking good.
Hey y'all, I'm back. It's Megan McGlover coming to you live. You on my podcast. Listen, this is episode number 5, entitled Sex is Good for Your Health. Okay? Please. And it's good for your bad attitude, because I'm telling you, you can look at some people and tell that they're not getting none. Is it not the truth? Your attitude is awful. All this road rage. I did a video on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Megan McGlover. Everything is at Megan McGlover. My Twitter's at Megan McGlover. Make sure you guys are following me. And I did a video about, people need to be having more sex. That's why your attitude is bad. That's why people don't like you. That's why you're having so much road rage and all this kind of things, because you people are not releasing that energy, that natural energy. You're not having enough sex. So I'm going to try to fit this in one episode. But honey, we can talk about this for a mighty long time, can't we? We can sure enough talk about this for a long time. We need to be having more sex. So let's get to it. The benefits of sex range from slashing stress levels to lowering your risk of cancer and heart attacks. Sex facilitates bonding and feelings of intimacy with your partner. This kind of connectedness does more than just make you feel warm and fuzzy. It actually reduces anxiety and boosts your overall health. This is sex we're talking about, okay? Let's go over some things that sex actually does, like some benefits of sex. 1, it improves your sleep, okay? When it's been good to you, you may nod off real quick. You get a little nap, okay? Well, it's not just because it was good to you. Actually, after an orgasm, the hormone prolactin is released. And that is responsible for the feelings of relaxation, sleepiness. It's not just because you got your back blown out, okay? It's literally because there is a hormone that is released after having an orgasm, which causes relaxation and causes you to become sleepy. Number 2, it boosts your libido, okay? You need to have sex in order to have more sex. It's almost like the law of attraction. Right? Having sex will make sex better and improve your libido. For women, having sex increases the vaginal lubrication, blood flow, elasticity, all of which makes sex feel better and will make you crave sex more. Do you see how it's kind of like, it's like a cycle, right? You have more sex, you want more sex. The more sex that you have, the more your vagina is lubricated. It increases your blood flow. It makes your vagina tighter, right? So all of this kind of makes sex better, which makes you want to have what? More sex. So it's a slight myth to say that women who have a lot of sex have a loose vagina. Actually, women who have more sex probably have a tighter vagina than Sister Brown over there sitting in the front row at your church. Okay? And she probably ain't been touched. Her vagine probably hasn't seen the light of day since 1976. Okay? So loose coochie comes from a variety of things. It doesn't necessarily come from having a lot of sex. It can come from having children. It can just come from getting older, because the vagina is like a rubber band. Right? So inevitably it will loosen over time, but it also has bounce back like a rubber band. So don't get it twisted. An extremely tight vagina, okay, that does not loosen or become lubricated before or during sex is not functioning properly. Okay, so those prudish, stuck-up people that think that because air can't get through their vagina, they think they're better than you. Something is wrong with them. Okay? Don't let them make you think. Don't let them make you think that you ain't shit because their vagina is tighter than yours. Okay? You can't get a thumbtack through that sucker. It's not good. That's not good. But seriously, the vagina should be getting lubricated and it should loosen a little bit when ready for sex. Okay? Sex, it helps your immune system. Sexually active people literally take fewer sick days. Well, let me rephrase that. Sexually active people need to take fewer sick days. Come on, touch your neighbor. Because you may, honey, if it's real good to you, you may call in sick but be feeling just fine. So what I'm saying is that as far as health reasons are concerned, having a cold and the flu and stuff like that, people who have sex have higher levels of antibodies that defend the body against germs, viruses, and other intruders. It's almost like sex is like vitamin C, right? So literally, people who have more sex have more antibodies and are healthier against the attacks of all these other different kind of weird viruses that are going around. Sex improves bladder function and control for women. Okay, a strong pelvic floor, a strong rectum, stronger small intestines, and a strong uterus is important in avoiding incontinence. Okay, incontinence is something that will affect about 30% of women at some point in their lives. So sex, good sex, come on now, is like a workout for your pelvic floor. It actually strengthens and contracts those muscles, okay, in your uterus and your rectum and your pelvic floor and all that. It's almost like doing push-ups inside your coochie. Okay? Those contractions are strengthening the inside of your body, which will help you as you get older with incontinence. What is incontinence? Laughing, sneezing, walking, and you peeing. That's incontinence. Okay? All right? What else does sex do? Sex lowers your blood pressure. Research suggests there's a link between sex and lowered blood pressure. And it also lowers risk of heart attacks. Sex counts as exercise. If you come on now, if you're not lazy, if you ain't a pillow princess, can you touch your neighbor? If you're not a pillow princess, it will bump up your heart rate, and you use various muscles, your arm muscles, your leg muscles, certainly your hip muscles. Sex can burn about 5 calories a minute. So if you really putting your back into it, you can get them up to about 10 calories a minute. If you put some stank on it, huh? Sex is also blocks pain. You don't need to take Advil or ibuprofen. Have an orgasm. Literally, orgasms can block. Research done in Rutgers in the state University of New Jersey is what I'm trying to say, found that sex releases a hormone that helps raise your pain threshold. So stimulation without orgasm can also do the trick. Like, you don't necessarily have to have an orgasm, but they found that vaginal stimulation can block chronic back pains, leg pains. Women who self-stimulate, masturbation, can reduce menstrual cramps, arthritic pain, and even headaches. You need to be touching yourself, okay? Touch yourself or get somebody to knock the dust off. You have a headache, have sex. You having menstrual cramps, have sex. Your legs hurt, have sex. Your back hurts, have sex, okay? This is studies. I'm telling you, this is studies have been done, research. I'm not making this up. It eases Sex eases stress. Being close to your partner can soothe stress and anxiety. Touching and hugging can release your body's natural feel-good hormone. Sexual arousal releases a chemical that revs up the brain's pleasure and reward system. Sex and intimacy can boost your self-esteem, your happiness, and it really can help you have a happier and a happy life. This is research, okay? You know I was going to talk about it. I had started talking about it, so we're going to get into it. You need to touch yourself. You need to be masturbating. Just because you're not in a relationship does not mean you don't need to be having sex. If you don't want to, if you want to be abstinent, you don't want to have sex with somebody, you know, I mean, that's fine. But you still need to be releasing this natural, listen to the word here, this natural urge that is a human, it's a function of everybody on the planet, to be honest with you. Dogs, animals, snakes have sex, right? I know that the church and your grandmother will have you to believe that masturbation is a sin. And maybe for them it is. You know, I'm not here to argue with your grandmother or your church. I'm really not. I'm not here to even argue with the Bible. The Bible, there's parts of the Bible that say you should not waste seed. Ejaculation, you shouldn't waste seed. You shouldn't yield to temptation. But my question to that is sex and the urge or the need for sex, is it really a temptation when it is as natural and as normal as wanting a glass of water? I mean, are we tempted to drink water? I don't, I'm asking for a friend. You really need to think these things through before you just go along with whatever somebody is telling you. Like I said, I'm not going to argue against somebody's grandmother or somebody's church doctrine or whatever. I'm not here to do that. But I do want you to think, it is a natural function. Without it, we would not have any population, right? So the more you desire sex throughout the day, the better sex will be later, even if it's just sex with yourself. This is why doing things that make you like yourself is really important, especially when you're in a relationship, and even more so, especially when you're not in a relationship. You need to be doing something that makes you feel good about yourself, because that will make you desire yourself more. Because guess what? Masturbation has benefits as well. Masturbation relieves stress. It'll help you sleep better. It'll boost your mood. It helps you to relax. You feel pleasure. It relieves cramps. It releases sexual tension. Masturbation, even when you're in a relationship, will make you have better sex with your partner. Why? Because you better understand what you want and what you need. It is encouraged for women to masturbate. I guess we don't have to encourage men. Nasty. But it is encouraged for women to masturbate, especially during pregnancies. And men should actually be masturbating to fight off prostate cancer. It is actually healthy to masturbate. It's healthy. For women, it is healthy for you to masturbate. Now, if you're a chronic masturbator, okay, meaning you can't function, you late for work every day, or you late for your appointments, or you keep missing flights because you in the bathroom with your nasty tail, then you need to probably, speak to someone, get some counseling about that. If you're only willing to masturbate, if you have to watch porn and you have to watch porn and you have to masturbate, and then yes, that is something that you need to, there's some underlying issues there probably, and you need to discuss that. And we can talk about that in another episode if you guys want to, but you should not be a chronic masturbator. And if you don't know what that means, then you should look it up. If you are a man and you're masturbating 3-4 times a day and all that kind of stuff, you might want to look up what chronic masturbation is if you're a female. and you're chronically masturbating. If you are a nymphomaniac, these are things, of course, that you need to talk to someone about. I'm speaking of the, kind of normal urges that people have on a day-to-day basis, every other day, stuff like that, of sexual urges, okay? For women, loss of sexual desire, known in medical terms as hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, hypoactive sexual desire disorder, is a loss of sexual desire for women. It means that you need to know other things that turn you on, because just regular gray sweatpants is not doing it for you. Okay? You need to, this is why masturbation is important. You literally need to date yourself. You need to take yourself on a date. You need to know what you like. You need to know what you like an entrepreneur knows their elevator speech. When you ask an entrepreneur, what is it that you do for a living? What is it that you need? What is it that you want? What is your desires for your business? Blah, blah, blah. They have an elevator speech. Boom, 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 boom. They can give it to you. You should know your body the same way. You should know what turns you on the same way. Because for women, you can have a loss of sexual desire, of the loss of just basic being turned on. Sometimes you have to be turned on intellectually. Sometimes you have to be turned on emotionally. Yes, you want your partner, the hunt is sexy. It's fun, it's sexy, for somebody to look for what turns you on, But you also should be able to leave that scavenger hunt, okay? Don't let them go down a dry, old, dusty trail looking for what turns you on, because you don't know what turns you on. It is imperative for ladies and gentlemen to date yourself. Men, you should be able to say what you want, whatever that is. And you should be confident in knowing what you want, because you have been doing what you want to yourself to some degree, depending on, we're not going to go there, but you understand what I'm saying. And that's the same thing for women. You should be able to say, I like to be caressed. I like to be kissed on my neck. I like, whatever, my hair to be tossed or pulled, or whatever it is that you like. You should be able to discuss it in a way that is educational, informative, and helps the other person know how to make this sexual experience good for you, and vice versa. Because nobody wants to be humping and bumping and sweating and it's not working for you. Okay? Help people, please. And vice versa. Please be willing to hear what the other person likes. And you guys should be able to come to a medium. Okay? If you're not having sex with anybody right now, you still should know what you want. And you still should be exploring the beauties of who you are and what you want. Have more sex. It helps your attitude. It helps you feel good about yourself. It helps relieve pain. When you're in pain, you have a bad attitude. When you don't like yourself, you have a bad attitude. Am I talking right? When you feel lonely, unworthy, all those things, you have a bad attitude. So if you have more sex, it would change your attitude. This is science. Do the numbers. This is regular addition, multiplication. Am I talking right? I'm saying it right. I'm talking good. I know it. All right, guys, have more sex. I would tell you to email me about your sexual, but I don't want y'all to get on my nerves. You can feel free to let me know that, you've been having more sex with your husband, having more sex with your wife, having more sex with your lover, with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is, your fiance, and that it has helped you. It has helped your relationship. I mean, you can send me emails like that, but don't be doing too much. Okay. Love you guys. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, awesome night, awesome evening. Touch yourself. I'll talk to you soon.
Megan McLovin coming to your life.
Am I saying it right?